Welcome back to my channel. I'm AK Mulford. I'm a full-time author and part-time chaos gremlin, sharing behind-the-scenes author life and helpful but unhinged writing advice. And today we're talking about making fantasy coins. Let's be honest, bookish nerds and fantasy nerds alike love a trinket. And I am a sucker for all sorts of little crafting things and little goodies that I can get at fantasy authors' tables when I go to book signing events. I go to a lot of fantasy book signing events, and I was trying to think what would be something cool that I could have at my table that was like a cool little bespoke thing that people could grab that wasn't something that they would see at every other table. And then I went down the rabbit hole of trying to find and source these coins. It just turned into this whole thing of like you have to bulk order, and then it's like, what if I want to change them, or I want there to be variety, and some of them were really expensive. And then I serendipitously stumbled across a YouTube video. I found a video by Skilltree. I'll share it below. And one of the ideas within there was like to make coins out of clay with a wax seal stamp. And then I thought, hey, I make clay crafts with my kids all the time, and I have a wax seal with my name on it, an AK Mulford wax seal. So I thought I would give it a go, and I thought it would be a fun rainy day craft for me and my kids. I definitely approached this with a curiosity mindset and not worrying too much about like the outcomes, especially because I was making it with my kids. And I think I will go back and do like a little bit more detailed job the next time I do it. But first I wanted to figure out if I could do it and if they'd turn out looking kind of cool. The materials list for this craft is pretty basic. The most complicated one is if you want your own personalized stamp on the back, you'll need to order a wax seal off of someplace like Etsy. Otherwise, you can get generic wax seals from most places. Your favorite kind of clay, we use baking clay. You could probably also use air dry clay. And then metallic paint, and something as a rough guide to cut the circles. We use this little like nozzle from a baking piping bag, but you could use like a shot glass or something. But it actually came out really well, all of these different little stamps. We had a lot of fun doing them, but so far we had only been doing them one-sided, and I quickly realized if I wanted a design on one side and my logo on the other, we needed to do them at the same time. Otherwise we would smush one side out when we stamped the other. It took a little bit of trial and error, but eventually we got the hang of it, and it was a lot of fun for my kids to pick the different wax seals and stamp them into their coins. We made quite a few more coins for them so that they can have their own little dragon hoard. Follow the instructions for your clay. For us, it was baking at 130 for 10 minutes, and then we had to let it cool before it was ready to paint. We were still very much in trust the process territory with this, but once the metallic paint started going on, I really started to believe the vision. And look how cool those are. They really do look like kind of like bespoke pirate coins. And I was really impressed with how well some of the details came out, especially with these like little bookish designs on each side. If my readers are anything like me, I have a feeling they'll be going through the little stash of these and trying to find the ones that have like dragons and compasses and bookish cats and different things and pick their favorite one. I also think doing a mixture of different metallic colors makes it look more like a coin hoard too. I think if I did all one colors, it might not have looked as cool. I did run into a few trial and error bits, like I couldn't stamp one side and then the other side because it would smush the side that was already done, so I had to do both sides at the same time. Next time I will be a little bit more vigilant about making sure that the coins are flat when I put them into the oven for baking, because you can see like some of them ended up a little bit bent. If you're looking for a fun little craft to do for your next book event, this was a really fun one to do, and I think that like my readers will really enjoy having their little AK Mulford coin from the event. And I even have like a little pirate outfit I'm going to be dressing up for this book event, so I'll probably have like a little coin pouch or something and be handing these out, as well as I'm probably going to buy like a little mini treasure chest sort of thing to have at my table with the coins in it, so that people can come up to the table and grab a coin as well. Hopefully people will enjoy them, and it'll be something that's like a nice little special thing for them to get. And so now I'm going to do like a bigger batch now that I've done my little test batch, so that I have a bunch to take to this event with me. Let me know in the comments, would you try this craft? Would you do anything differently? Let me know if this is something that you'd be excited to grab at a fantasy author's table at a book signing event. I'll see you next time for more writing tips and tricks and occasional crafting.